We may be bad, but we're so good at it.
Arrest them!
We're out of here.
So long, suckers!
Don't win, no win. Well, this just got a little weird.
I know that both of you guys have done voice acting before, and I was wondering sort of what is the appeal for you as performers, and what specifically about bad guys appealed to you?
As performers, I think it's just a very freeing medium. You don't have anything else holding you back. Costume, hair, makeup, which can also all be fun, but it just is all a lot more time consuming, a lot more pieces to take care of, versus in voice acting, it's just that essence of voice, and so you can kind of be a lot more wild, a lot more free. There's more time, more room to play, make mistakes. So
yeah, absolutely, I agree. I think, when you're doing live action, you know what the set looks like, you know what the other people look like, you kind of are based in this reality, and I think with voiceover, you kind of make up this world in your mind, and so it really allows you to take more risks, and go a little bit more and above and beyond than you probably would. So I think I keep saying, I think I'm my most creative self when I do voiceover work.
For me, the appeal was that they wanted me specifically, and that it was about 8 minutes from my house, DreamWorks. And aside from that, I liked the character, I liked the movie, it seemed exciting, it seemed like it would get made, and it might be fun to be part of it with these guys and everybody else in the movie.
The way it was presented to me, I went to DreamWorks, they showed me what it was about, and it was like a dream sitting there. It's funny, I'm thinking right now how I felt in the seat when they were telling me, what they wanted, and I was like, wow, this is super cool to be a part of, if this all works out. And then it feels pretty good to see it's working out. But yeah, I went over there and checked it out, and I was like, yes, I'm on board. What you need me to do, I will be Mr. Shark for sure.
Yeah, I love animation. And it was exciting to be asked to do this movie, and the cast is amazing, so I was just happy to be asked.
I mean, there were so many things for me. I think the amazing cast, I was like, yes, absolutely, I want to be alongside these epic names of people who are epic. But I also just think, it's based on books, which I always find is really special to do, because there's an audience there that is so passionate about the content already, and who doesn't love existing, wonderful, successful IP?
Yeah, we had an interview earlier today with a boy who grew up reading the books, and so it was cool to see him be excited about this movie and be like, oh, it is true to the stories. So
Right. Well, this movie looks amazing. What did you think when you first saw your characters, or anything kind of finalized from the movie?
I mean, I have a crush on Diane, which
Same.
I don't know if that's bad.
No, it's amazing. What do you mean?
But I actually had her sketch before we even started recording. That was a part of my offer packet. And honestly, just seeing how cool she looked already sold me on that. But then overall, the animation is just very fresh and unique. I love that it almost has this kind of comic book style, and it does look different to me than other sort of computer animated films I've seen.
Yeah, and I mean, we watched it together for the first time about a month ago, and I knew it was gonna be funny, but I didn't expect to laugh out loud as much as I did. I thought it was hysterical. I thoroughly was entertained and enjoyed it, and honestly, I've been telling all my friends, I'm like, this is gonna be an instant classic.
Obviously, I've heard they do think this is a new franchise. Have you started thinking about what your characters are gonna do and Bad Guys 2? Do you have any sort of ideas about where they could be headed?
I think they all go to a Mr. Shark's house in the sea, and we figure out how to, navigate.
I imagine
Take it underwater.
it's a good example of when improv doesn't really follow. He started, and he was really hoping something would come.
Nothing appeared.
On the Rift Horizon.
Now watch the master.
No. I imagine we'll steal something. Yeah, bigger and maybe more exciting, and maybe there'll be a space component. Perhaps that we have to protect the Earth. The animation stuff. I know how this works, dude.